Remember that moment when you searched for running shoes online and suddenly every website started showing you sneaker ads? It's not magic, just your data fueling marketing. Swipe, scroll, sold. In the 5 seconds it took you to double tap that photo, 2000 ad tech servers logged your exact location, sleep schedule, and cravings before you even knew you had them. Brands know what you eat, buy, watch, and even where you sleep. Companies like Google and Meta provide them with that info. And with each passing day, more corporations learn everything about you. How do you think I knew that you still haven't subscribed to my channel? Yeah, I know. I'm Mike Inishев, and today we are exposing personal data, where advertisers get it and how to escape the invasion of targeted ads. But before we start, hit that subscribe button already and let's get smarter together. According to a Pew Research study, 85% of Americans are concerned about how much data social media and advertisers collect. Yet, despite discomfort, many feel powerless to stop it. So, today we will try to change it. Let's start from the beginning, where our data stops being personal. The journey begins with the web tracking. When you visit a website, small pieces of code called trackers log your activity. Among the most common are cookies, tiny text files stored in your browser. Some, like third-party cookies, are set by the website you are currently visiting. They remember basic preferences such as login status or language settings. Meanwhile, third-party cookies are far more intrusive, following you across multiple websites to build a detailed map of your interests. If you have ever searched for a product only to see ads for it later on a random site, third-party cookies are likely the reason. But modern tracking goes far beyond cookies. Small invisible trackers called web beacons hide in emails and websites, recording when you open messages or visit pages. Even sneakier is browser fingerprinting, a technique that recognizes your device by its unique features like screen size and fonts. This works even in private browsing, so there is basically no way to hide from it. Mobile apps take surveillance to another level. Many request excessive permissions, harvesting not just your location, but also data from your device's accelerometer, which can reveal whether you are walking, driving, or inactive. Microphone that can potentially listen for ambient cues and even your contact list. Some weather apps have been caught selling precise location data to advertisers. For instance, AccuWeather was sending this information to a third-party data monetization firm even when the user has switched off location sharing. Social media platforms in turn analyze not just what you post, but how long you linger on content, who you interact with, and what you ignore. For example, Facebook, TikTok, and X function as a massive behavior labs. They track dwell time and engagement patterns, including hesitations and incomplete interactions. They even create shadow profiles on non-users mentioned in your messages for more precise targeted advertising. The surveillance seems so comprehensive that many people are sure their devices overhear their conversations. However, it's not actually true, because microphones aren't typically accessed without permission. The real explanation is even creepier. Advertisers don't need to listen. They already know you that well. If you talk about hiking, you've probably searched for trails, liked outdoor brands, or visited sports stores. Your friends' similar interests reinforce the pattern. The ad ecosystem connects these dots, making it seem like your phone heard you, when in reality it just predicted your desires from existing data. Our journey continues as all the collected data fuels behavior profiling, where algorithms analyze your habits and categorize you into audiences, like frequent traveler, fitness enthusiast, or impulse buyer. And then your profile can be bought and sold in real-time bidding auctions. In simple words, every time you load a web page, your profile is instantly evaluated, and the highest bidding advertiser gets to display their ad all in milliseconds. Who's in charge of this scheme? The answer: data brokers. They aggregate information from multiple sources like loyalty cards, public records, browsing history, and sell these insights to marketers. Some of the biggest players in this space include, of course, Google and Meta, Their vast amount of user data make them advertising giants. Then, mentioned earlier, data brokers like Axiom and Experian, which compile offline and online behavior into consumer profiles, and ad exchange platforms such as The Trade Desk that facilitate real-time buying and selling of ad space based on user profiles. It's not a secret that the digital advertising industry is really controversial. The Cambridge Analytica scandal, which erupted in 2018, exposed how personal data harvested from millions of Facebook users was weaponized for political manipulation. The controversy revealed the dark side of micro-targeted advertising, rising global concerns about data privacy, election interference, and social media unchecked power. So, in response to mounting pressure, tech companies implemented significant changes. In 2021, Apple's App Tracking Transparency, or ATT feature, significantly impacted Meta's advertising business by requiring apps to ask for user permission before tracking them across other apps. This charge resulted in an estimated $10 billion loss in revenue for Meta in 2022, as users increasingly opted out of tracking. Browsers like Firefox, Safari, and Brave have also been blocking third-party cookies by default for some time, prioritizing user privacy. Meanwhile, Google's approach has been more conflicted. After initially planning to phase out third-party cookies in Chrome by the end of 2024, the company reversed course in April 2025. Citing feedback from regulators and industry partners, Google abandoned its cookie elimination plan in favor of enhanced user controls. The new compromise solution focuses on giving users more transparency and choice about data tracking rather than removing third-party cookies entirely. Instead, Chrome offers to use its incognito mode, which already blocks third-party cookies by default, or IP protection that they plan to launch in the third quarter of this year. Despite these changes, your privacy remains at risk. So, can you escape targeted ads? The answer is yes, to some extent. Start by switching to privacy-focused browser like Brave or Firefox and search engines like DuckDuckGo. Make it a habit to clear cookies regularly or use private browsing modes. Don't forget to opt out of an ad personalization in Google and Facebook settings. For added protection, consider using VPNs and tracker blockers like uBlock Origin or Privacy Badger. However, these solutions aren't foolproof. The truth is brutal. If you are not paying for an online service, you are not the customer, you are the product. As long as free online services depend on advertising revenue, you'll continue facing the fundamental trade-off convenience between privacy. And believe me, ad industry will always find new ways to collect your data. The question is, how much are you willing to share?